welcome back to Bree and Z. I'm Bree, he's Z, and today's video we will be talking about the time that I found out I was pregnant with Z. And that's a pretty, it's funny, to me it's funny. It's always been funny. It wasn't funny at the time, but it's funny now. And I would acknowledge my face right now. Actually, you know what? I'm going to, okay? I'm a hot mess, okay? As you will see on my YouTube journey, I am a hot mess. I'm not doing YouTube for the views. I'm not. I'm doing YouTube to vent because my life is actual. Not gonna say the word. You already know. You feel me? You picking up what I'm putting down? I know. And it looks a mess anyway because I didn't get to finish. So, I'm wearing my husband's shirt. My hair is a mess. You know what? I figured just roll with it, you know? He does. He puts up with it. I mean, he doesn't really have a choice, but you know what I mean. But yes, today we will be talking about the time that I found out that I was pregnant. And that's a crazy one. So buckle up and let's get into the video. Okay, so where do I even begin with this story? So basically, let's think. I got in trouble that day. I know I did. And it was literally when I found out, it was 3 days before Christmas, but we're gonna rewind it back about 2 weeks before. So I got a feeling. I had a feeling that I was pregnant. My period wasn't supposed to come for 2 more weeks, but I could just feel it. You know what I mean? I just knew that I was pregnant, but I was in denial about it. Excuse me. I bought the pregnancy test. I bought it. And it said for 2 weeks until 3 days before Christmas. And I was in huge trouble with my parents because, I got caught for sneaking around with my now husband, but boyfriend at the time. And it was 3 days before Christmas, and I was about to be off punishment because, Christmas is a really big holiday in my household, and my parents didn't want me to be punished on Christmas. I still had a really good Christmas that year, but it was 3 days before Christmas, and I remember just looking at the test. I woke up that morning, I was just I just looked at the test. And I went to school that day. I was a senior in high school, so I went to school that day. And when I got home from school, I just saw the test, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take it. I'm just gonna take it and see what happens. So I took it, and in my head, I'm I'm in denial. I had a feeling that I was pregnant. That's why I bought the test to begin with. But I was in denial. Your girl was like, no, sir, we're not having a baby. So I took the test, and so I bought the clear blue test, where it's two regular ones where it's the plus minus, and then it came with 2 digital ones too. So I took the plus minus one first, and I took it, and literally it was a line, and then a faint little line. I'm not pregnant. The line's little. Literally in the instructions it says no matter how faint the line is, if the line's there, you're pregnant. I was in denial. So I was like, you know what? I'm not pregnant. I'm going to take another one in a couple hours. So I was just doing my thing, and I was just I don't even know. I was just messing around. I was just doing anything at this point. And then about an hour passed by, I drank a bunch of water and I took a digital test. And literally taking a pregnancy test, if you've ever taken a pregnancy test, that's the longest 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes of your entire life. So I took the test, and the digital test, it just blinks. It has these little bars at the bottom, and it blinks, and then it the result will pop up after all the bars are full. And so it was just blinking, and I was so nervous. That test, it said it said pregnant. So I'm looking at the test, and I'm like, you're lying. You're lying, sir. You're not telling the truth. You're not telling the truth. So at the time I was living in my parents' house, so I had stairs. I was just pacing back up and forth down the stairs. I was like, oh my gosh, holding the test. And I'm home alone at this, I'm home alone, nobody's home because it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Everybody was working, and my brother had football practice. So, I mean, not football practice, I don't even know where my brother was. I don't know where he was. He was probably in his room. But so I'm just pacing back and forth, pacing back and forth. I'm like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Like, this is a dream. Like, this is not real. Like, you're lying to me. I'm not about to be a mom. So, and the reason why I say that I wasn't about to be a mom, I was in such denial for so long because I have hyperthyroid. And if you don't know, that's an endocrine system disease. And it controls my hormones. So literally months before, my endocrinologist literally told me, like, it's little to none that I'll get pregnant. And so in my head, I'm thinking, I can't get pregnant. I'm not going to get pregnant. Little did I know. They actually tested my eggs. Like, they tested my fertility after I had Zayden. And it turns out, like, my doctor was like, you were going to get pregnant sooner or later because, like, you're ridiculously fertile when you're ovulating. I know, TMI, but it's the truth. And that's how this little boy came to be. But yeah, so I was pacing up my stairs, back and forth, back and forth. I was freaking out. Like, in my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not pregnant. And like, you know that feeling in your stomach where your stomach just turns and it's just like, oh my gosh, like, what the heck am I gonna do? You're lying. So literally, I take the other two tests. Like, I'm in denial. I take the other two tests and I basically, so I didn't have my phone. I had my phone taken away at this time because I told you I was in trouble. And I got it back on Christmas Day, actually. So I was in trouble. I didn't have my phone, I had a burner phone. Like, not like one of those flip phones, but like, you know, when you in high school and you got strict parents, you know you got them little I call them trap phones. It's called a trap phone. You know you know you got them little trap phones. Yeah, you gotta put that bass in your voice. You know you got them little trap phones. But anyway, so I had like a little trap phone and had the worst camera on it. It was a Samsung, some like phone from like years ago. So I take a video of what all the tests lined up, and I get on Snapchat because we had Wi-Fi at my house. So I get on Snapchat and I text my boyfriend at the time, my now husband. I text him. I was like, I gotta tell you something. And he was like, what? I was like, I'm pregnant. And so I had so I had physical proof. Excuse me. I took a video of the 4 tests. I took a video and I sent it to him. And he was like, okay. And at this time, I was going out of town for Christmas that year. So, actually, yeah, I was going out of town. Like, we opened up our presents and then we left. But, so he was bringing me by my Christmas presents early. So, like, that day, he had already told me he was going to bring them by the house. And I told him to come when my parents weren't there so I wouldn't get in trouble. Because I really didn't want him to give me the gifts. But he had already bought them and he was like, you're going to get them. So I was like, okay, whatever. So he gets to my house and I just bring him out one of the digital tests. And I was like, here's your proof. And he literally goes, oh. And he was like, okay, it's time for me to be a father. Like, he took it really well, surprisingly. I don't think he had his freak out moment until like I started showing and then like our parents found out. So it was just like crazy. It was, honestly, now that I look back at it, I'm just like, that is so funny. Like, I just think it's so funny. And it's just like a dream because this is like the best A+ baby, as Dama Wilson will say, the best A+ baby ever. This is my bestie right here for the rescue. He's the only one that, him and my husband are the only 2 people that really put up with my mess. But yeah, so that was the story time of the time that I found out I was pregnant. Oh, fun fact, I actually, those 4 tests is not when it stopped because I was still in denial that I was pregnant. Like, because I had lost a ton of weight. Like, I was 275 pounds and I went from 275 to 160 in 2 months. I was skinny finally. And I get pregnant. I get pregnant right after. Like, are you kidding me right now? But I was in denial. So I actually took like 12 pregnancy tests. I'm not even lying. I took like 12 pregnancy tests. I kept going to the store. Like, you can only imagine how much money I spent on pregnancy tests. But I took like 12 of them. And, the story time of how my parents found out and his parents found out I was pregnant, that's a completely different, that's gonna be another video because I'm gonna do that video I'm not gonna do that video with my husband. I'm gonna do the video of how we met with my husband, because that's a doozy too. I told you, my life is just a mess. My life has just been whoa. But it's like, honestly, it's like, now that we look, like, everybody looks back at it, now it's like funny. My mom still doesn't think it's funny, but I mean, she loves him to death. She loves Z to death. But it's like crazy now that I look back at it. Like, literally, I'm doing YouTube. I'm documenting my crazy behind life so that y'all can literally see why I act the way that I act. Okay, because I'm, as you can tell. All right, Z. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys, all the love and support that I've already gotten. My channel is very small, and honestly, I don't expect it to blow up. But for people who do watch my videos and do choose to watch my videos, thank you. I appreciate you. Why don't you leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And like me and my beautiful baby always say, we don't say it ever. Like, what am I doing? Like, no. We'll see you guys next video. Bye.
'Cause girls like you run around with guys like me till sundown when I